Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to FC Destiny with Balsa Tavira, our Portuguese created club here in FC 26. I appreciate all of the support on the first 2 episodes so far. This is episode 3. If you missed the first 2, make sure you check them out so you can learn about this great club we're getting to know here. And make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, join our family, and like the video to show your support. Here's what we have on our menu on tap this episode. We're officially going to choose our rivals and name them. I have thought about it, and Benfica was not actually the best choice. It doesn't make the most sense. We're also going to make some tactical adjustments, nothing major, but you guys have definitely noticed some things in the comments, and I appreciate all of the comments. And then finally, we are going to get some Academy scattering reports back over the next 2 months, finalize those decisions, and then send out new scouts and talk a bit about that. As for matches, there will be a little bit of simming. We're going to do 8 total matches and play 4 of them. The big matchup in this one is definitely against Benfica, but we've also got other relegation candidate, Alverca, and then 2 away matches against middle-of-the-road clubs, Santa Clara and Vitoria. Player of the episode from episode 2, rightfully so, you guys all voted for Ivo Julio in goal, and he deserves the biggest shout-out after putting in a 10 out of 10 match rating in our first ever Liga Portugal match and keeping a clean sheet. I think that is without question the most legendary FC Destiny debut we've ever had, so for that he got +1 to his goalkeeper positioning, handling, and diving, which brings his overall, as you can see down in the bottom, almost to a 65. I've also given him the cross-claimer playstyle for his first playstyle, and at 27 years old, his potential is now up to 67. As for other upgrades that were earned last episode, Boston Atwater scored the first goal of the series for Balsa Tavira, and Zé Miguel provided the assist. So Boston Atwater's potential is now up to a 71 with that little boost that I talked about last episode. I also gave him the low-driven shot playstyle, which I'm going to try to use a little bit more. I've been practicing low-driven shots, and Zé Miguel, even though he's 28 years old, is about to get a small increase to his potential to a 64, and he added another playstyle as you saw there as well, Game Changer, which is really just Travella and fancy shots, but I like that for him. So the other thing that I said I was going to mention, our rivalry has changed, or at least we've decided on our rival now. As I mentioned, we're going to play Benfica at home in this episode, and that is going to be the biggest game we've had so far, and originally that's who we chose as our rival, but the decision is now Porto. And basically, FC Porto are also the Dragons, and they are located in the northern part of Portugal, so they're going to be the Dragons of the North, we're the Dragons of the South. And I'm telling you, this career mode has been giving me House of Dragon, Game of Thrones vibes since day one. And I am absolutely loving that, so we're leaning in. We are the true Dragons of the South, the Red Dragons. So let's talk about our tactical adjustments. We're going to stick with the 4-4-2. Luigi wants to stick with the formation that's made this club successful in the past, but I think we can work on making it a little bit better from what I've seen so far. One thing I've noticed is that our fullbacks have been pressing forward a little bit too much with the attack and not getting back enough, leaving gaps in defense. It's not consistent, but I think putting our fullbacks on fullback balanced, maybe even fullback versatile, because we do have fullbacks that like to get forward, and putting them on fullback definitely wants to help defend more. We originally had them on wingback, if you want to see, there you go, which was a little bit less defensive focused, but in general I think fullback with versatile is the way to go. We'll do the same thing for right back, and this is all about testing it and seeing how it goes. Also, that way our 2 central midfielders can focus a bit more on getting forward and supporting the attack without having to worry about covering that defensive positioning that the fullbacks are leaving when they go forward. We really need Sergi Piedrabuena getting forward as much as possible in this career mode, definitely in this season right now. And Duda Duarte is going to be a crucial role winning the ball back, but also helping getting forward in that box-to-box role that we need him to be really good at. And I think Clayton can actually play that role similarly. He showed a bit of defensive prowess last episode that I didn't really expect. And then the only other thing I want to do is drop back our defensive line just a little bit. I think we're going to go to a 40, which is still unbalanced, but just keep our center backs and fullbacks a little bit deeper when we're defending, and hopefully that'll help us not be a little bit too aggressive going forward, and I think I'm pulling some players out of position because I'm so used to the versatile press that we've had for years in FC Destiny, something that I'm always doing in career mode, but this year is a bit more about shape and discipline. At least in the beginning, that's what Luigi wants to start with, so we're gonna see how that goes, but let's sim to our first match, and we're actually gonna sim it. Just want to stress the importance of that. We are gonna be simming quite a bit in this series, and that's totally okay. You gotta be able to trust the team you're putting out there, and this is a chance for us to see that in action. And it also helps us move just a little bit quicker in this career mode, which is definitely key for us to get pretty far in the years. And here is our first chance to see an unexpected event. There was a training injury clash with our starting goalkeeper, Ivo Julio. He went in for a 50-50 challenge, but came off second best. So it looks like Ivo Julio came up with a groin injury with that 50-50 ball in training, and he will be able to play in 3 weeks. So I think he's going to miss the Benfica match, but I know he's going to miss the next one. It looks like we're going to have to call up Vitor Lobo. And this is definitely one of the things that I was hoping to find in this career mode. An unexpected event truly takes us down a path that we have never been down before. And now we need a goalkeeper in the academy, but luckily we might have one for Mozambique. We gotta check these reports. So we're gonna do this in real time. Let's see what Sam Mbube has brought back in Mozambique, and I'm tempted to take one of these players now. We've got Edgar Pinto, who's got decent potential, but I see this guy, Domingos Jamwana. What a name! Great hair, too. 6'4" at 15 years old, and he looks like he has the highest potential of these three. Knowing we have a pretty young keeper that just made the first team and our starter is pretty solid. I think we need to invest in the future here, so I'm gonna say no to Edgar Pinto, and probably no to Evaldo Malele, and we're gonna leave Domingos Jamwana there until the next report, see if someone even better comes around. But if not, I think he's gonna be our academy goalkeeper of the future, at least for this first report. But let's see who Armando and Shah Tom have also brought back. For Portugal, we've got Tiago Acevedo, who looks awesome potential-wise, and pretty decent overall-wise. And then Shah Tom in India brought back just one player, and Gulab Gope looks very similar to Ravi Thapa, so I'm gonna leave him in there. You know what? We're not even gonna sign him, so one more month for these three, and then we'll send out new scouts. But hey, I also just wanted to make note of our queue of countries in the Google Sheet. Shout out to the Google Sheet. It's in every description. It has a lot of stuff in there. Go check it out. But also, thank you all of you for leaving comments and support and requests and recommendations for countries for us to send our scouts to. I want to give everyone a fair chance to see their country they want represented, and I'm trying to get as many new countries out in the series as I can here, so don't be offended if I say no to your requests. You can always suggest other countries if I do say no. But let's keep going. And in the sim against Estoril Praia, this is not a good look. Vitor Lobo, in his first ever start for Balsa Tavira, gives up 4 goals, and it is not going to get easier against Benfica next week. And so far this season, our goal differential is not helping us. We are in last. Luckily, Alverca and Rio Ave also have 1 point, but 1 draw in 5 matches is a not ideal start, but we've got some matches we can win coming up. We've got Estrela Amadora, and we're going to play against Alverca coming up. So we were already going to be up against it against Benfica in this first match, but now we are completely up against it with a 52 overall goalkeeper in there, even though he's 6'8". I am excited to see how this goes because this is truly David versus Goliath. They're a very, very good team, one of the best in this league, and definitely one to look out for in the Champions League, usually as well. As for our lineup, no changes other than Vitor Lobo, and the breakout scenario is going to be for Mario Kuhlmann at right back, and we're going to need to be very good playing out of the back because we know they're going to press us. So if Mario Kuhlmann can complete 70% or higher of his passes today, I will give him +1 to his passing rating, which as you can see there is currently a 49, so a combination of short pass, long pass, and crossing. So we need Kuhlmann to be cool under pressure here, and maybe the only other tactic I can think of is prayer, because this is absolutely crazy. There's only one way to find out how it's going to go though, and it's time to see Balsa Tavira versus Benfica at the Estadio Gilao. Vamos! Oh, Vitor Lobo! What a good save early! Mario Kuhlmann, cool under pressure, come on! Oh, look at Mario Kuhlmann winning it off of Bruma! And he's going to take it forward a little bit here, and we have it. Again, they're attacking Mario Kuhlmann, and again, he's doing well defensively. Good block for Mario Kuhlmann, he heads it out, and this has been quite the start for Balsa Tavira. We really are playing pretty well against a great team, but gotta be careful saying that when they have the ball. Barrero with it. does get around due to Duarte. Here's a chance. It's Bruma, and that is why you don't jinx someone like this. A team with this much quality, Bruma puts Benfica in front. God, why did I even say something? That was a nice goal, though. Like, look at this finish. First time. That's hard to argue with. And that through ball might do us. Pavlidis saved by Lobo. Ball in, and Victor Lobo again. Oh, Otamendi on the rebound. Unlucky there. What a save. Benfica moving it well again here on the break, and this match has completely turned on their side. Double save for Vitor Lobo. My God. Trying to lock in for that second one there. And do we have a chance to counterattack here? And halftime hits 2-0 Benfica, but Vitor Lobo is playing pretty damn well to keep us in this. And yeah, listen, I say keep us in this with a grain of salt. I know it's Benfica, but we are not playing terribly. Intercepted by Pekovic, and that's a good start to the half. Atwater, looking for João Ferreira, who has a step here. And Otamendi's not the fleetest of foot. Ferreira has a chance. Oh, João Ferreira just puts it wide. Oh, we're just trying to pass into open space, and there's not a lot to be had right now. Luka Bacchio, Pavlidis. Here's Arsenis. He saved it again. And Arsenis rebounds. Unbelievable. That's now 2 rebounds that they've scored on in this game, and I really don't see how Duda Duarte didn't do more to clear that. Oh, nice passing here. Arsenis is going to be in again. It's the second 4 for Benfica, and it just gets worse. This is decent from Balsa Tavira. Gaprindashvili looking for the over-the-top ball. Zé Miguel has a great chance, and he misses it. Save, though. Wow. Pavlidis. You're not stopping that. 5, and that's how we're probably going to finish. Going forward late here, we would love to see if we can get a chance. Boston Atwater lets it run a bit, and he's just too slow to even get the shot off. And that's how we're going to finish here on the southern coast of Portugal. Benfica come down from Lisbon and whoop our ass. 5-0. And you know what's absolutely insane about this match? We created 1 expected goal, and we actually won the possession battle. I did not think we played that badly. They just had the right players in the right positions, and going forward, obviously, much more of a threat. Tornique was very good down the wing, and I really thought Mario Koolman was excellent again. Player of the match rating-wise, and Vitor Lobo, shout out to him making 6 freaking saves against Benfica against 13 shots. Man, and this is the kind of match we really needed to win against Estrela Amadora or even get a draw, and we lose on the road though. Our next match coming up against Alverca at home is going to become a must-win, I think. And the first goal for Zé Miguel in the Liga Portugal. So as for the standings before heading into this match, you can see why it's so important. We are in last, the only club with 1 point other than Rio Ave. Alverca already have 3 points and Aruca have 4. So hosting Alverca to me means that we have to at least draw them. I think we need to win this match though. But first, some final reports from Portugal, Mozambique, and India. And we've gotten another Portuguese midfielder, so Armando's doing a very good job of finding fellow midfielders in Portugal, but we're not going to take Luciano Couto. We already have a couple, and he didn't look all that good. This is an interesting one. As for Mozambique, we got a player who seems to have slightly higher max potential, but the chances are he's very similar to Domingos Jamwana. They're the same age, and Domingos is already 6'4". Nuno Viana is 5'10", so I think this makes our decision very easily. Our new academy goalkeeper is going to be Domingos Jamwana. And as for India, it looks like it's just going to be Ravi Thapa that we take because Prasanta Mehta is not good enough, and Subhash Das looks pretty okay, but looks very similar to Ravi Thapa. And I like taking 1 player per country, and Ravi Thapa's already made appearances in the first team, even though Subhash Das did kind of look pretty good. So, looking at our new additions to the Youth Academy, Domingos Jamwana is a 49 overall. Not great right now, but hoping that potential ends up in the 70s range, maybe into the 80s, which is pretty solid. I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. And Thiago Acevedo, potential's already looking like it's going up, so this guy could be a legit future star, but right now, he's only a 51 overall. 4-star weak foot, but only 2-star skills. I like the look of this kid, though. So, as you've seen in the queue, we have 3 countries queued up and ready to go for our next scouting report, but one thing to note, Puerto Rico was not available in the game. I tried finding it everywhere in the game. That's an EAL right there. I don't know why Puerto Rico wasn't in here. So Haiti will be replacing Puerto Rico. That was a suggestion we got in both Caribbean islands. So we're actually going to send Armando to Sweden for the next 3 months before sending him back to Portugal, since we got 2 players from the Portuguese report that we've started with. And then Mbube is off to Haiti, and Shah Tom is off to the United Arab Emirates for the first time in FC Destiny history. I love that. Get some new countries out there. Now it is time to go play a big match. And some outstanding news before we get into this match. Ivo Julio is ready to go and back for this match. He will start against Alverca. And you see his overall has dropped by 1 since being out on injury. Not a huge change to his attributes, but definitely interesting that the game did that. And I know I don't always do an amazing job of noticing it, but Mario Koolman, 10 out of 10 passes, 100%, so he got his breakout scenario from last match. As for this match, the breakout scenario is for both wingers, Chico Maya and Jamaldine Tazi, a goal or an assist for either of them, plus 2 potential on the line. But we need a win here today. I mean, a draw would be fine. We cannot lose, though. The Estadio Gilao is starting to fill in. Let's get out there. Vamos! I like this passing to start. Pedro Buena looking for Boston Atwater. What a start! Beautiful! 1-0 Balsa Tavira! Look at this ball from Pedro Buena. The little flick, and there was no one getting to Boston. What a finish! This is good from Alverca, and Julio saves again at the near post. Pedro Buena pressing to win it back. Love to see that. Here's Atwater, ahead to Pedro Buena. And this could be a chance for Balsa Tavira. Zé Miguel, great touches, and that is unbelievable. The very last second the defender came across, right when we had our goal set up. Apollo Moon intercepts, and how much better is this Balsa Tavira effort right now? Pedro Buena coming forward, and we're moving it. Forward comes Balsa Tavira. Maya ahead to Miguel, looking for an overlapping run. Seeing it here, Tazi on to Clayton. Clayton looking for the cross. Miguel down for Atwater. Boston Atwater turning his defender, and maybe a little bit too much there. Pedro Buena has tracked this guy all the way down the wing, and his defensive effort leads to a chance, and now he starts the break going forward. That's excellent work from Sergi. Forward, and we had options. Chico Maya misplaces it, though, and halftime hits here. Balsa are winning! Chico Maya, that's very good here. Can't see the scoreboard to start this half, and we're going to get a foul here. Nicely done, Chico. And the only sub we're going to make right now is Mario Koolman coming off and Arsenio Aguas replacing him. It hasn't been the best day for Mario, but good start to the season overall, though. And there's the scoreboard. Tazi looking over the top. Miguel is there. Atwater. Tazi! Goal! Jamaldine Tazi scores! A little bit of a set-piece routine. Zé Miguel headed it down to Boston Atwater, who fed it off to Jamaldine Tazi, and you know what? That is a ridiculously good finish from the Moroccan. Look at it again here. Perfect pass from Boston Atwater. That is so good. Good move here from Alverca. Cross claimer Ivo Julio collects. Wow, what a ball from Pedro Buena out to Maya. Is he onside here? That's a good through ball. Across, and Alverca are in. Marezzi scores, and we've got to be careful here. Things were looking clean and through, but now there's a little bit of danger. Some subs to finish us off here. Gouveia is in, Duarte as well, and Gaprindashvili goes up front. Pedro Buena finding Gaprindashvili. Atwater lets it run. Boston Atwater cannot get enough on it. What a defensive effort. Pedro Buena in the middle. It's Duarte! What a chance, and Gomez saves. And Alverca looking to hit us quickly here. Ivo Julio comes out and saves. Gouveia clears. What a chance there for our captain on the day, who just saved us. Alverca with it. Pedro Buena's there. Martins clears it ahead to Chico Maya. And there's the final whistle for the first ever Balsa Tavira win in the Liga Portugal, and what a big one it was. Came out on fire and sealed the deal. absolutely incredible. We needed those 3 points. Boston Atwater was absolutely awesome. Goal and an assist. Pedro Bueno with an assist. Clayton was very good in that box-to-box role today. Jamaldine Tazi with the goal and a really good game overall. I mean, these ratings tell the story. This was a great match for Balsa Tavira. Very proud of Apollo Moon, too, who got a 7.4 rating before coming off. But yeah, Ivo Julio just saved us big time. And that is why that result was such a big deal. Balsa Tavira up to 16th. We're not even in last or second to last. Right now, we would basically be safe. Alrighty, so on to our next match against Santa Clara. I want to show you their lineup because they are definitely a higher overall team, more in the middle, top half of this league. Breakout scenario is going to be for Boston Atwater, though, who's been terrific. +1 to his dribbling rating, which is now a 54, if he can have a dribble success over 60% today. Let's see how he does. Let's see how we do at a truly amazing place that we're traveling to. Santa Clara are located on the Azores, one of the most beautiful archipelagos in the entire world. We would be flying from the Faro airport in southern Portugal to the Azores, which is about a 2-hour and 40-minute flight. Really not long in the US, but pretty crazy away day. Look at the beauty of these islands. Pretty epic scenery, but today we need to be pretty epic on the pitch and not worry about the scenery for 90 minutes, so vamos! This is nice work from Santa Clara to start this match off. Ivo Julio, early save. Oh, nice job there. Headed down by Atwater, and Gaprindashvili uses some strength there and gets it forward to Joao Ferreira. Joao Ferreira goes for goal. It's high. Nice job by Duda Duarte there. Pedro Buena back to Duarte. Nicely done. And ahead to Gaprindashvili. Ahead to Boston Atwater. And we're breaking. This is a chance. Oh, the ball from Duda Duarte was just lacking. Maybe put it on the ground. But that break was lethal looking. Nicely done here from Balsa Tavira. Chance for Duda Duarte. He rips it. Pedro Buena. Deflection and he wins it. Sergi Pedro Buena looking to hit him forward. Pedro Buena trying to lay it off. And that's good here. Joao Ferreira does nicely. Crosses it in towards Boston Atwater. I really thought he was going to score that. And they break through our lines there. Good ball. Vinicius. Luquinha. And Duarte wins it back. Leal is there. Nico Leal. Nice tackle. This may be a chance, though. Nico Leal has been beaten. Oh, what are we doing there? Oh, you gotta clear it. Why are we trying to play that out of the back? So disappointing here. Mario Kuhlman just trying to play it to Ivo Julio, but puts too much on it. That's terrible. It's a nice deflection by Duarte, and we're holding up defensively. We're playing well against them, against their press, and we're down. I hate this. We should be up. We should be at least tied. It's good passing to start the half. Duarte. On to Pedro Buena, who goes for the shot. Oh my god, he beat the keeper. Much better clearance by Kuhlman there. Come on. Gaprindashvili gets it on to Joao Ferreira here. This is decent. Ferreira ahead to Pedro Buena. On to Gaprindashvili, who has a really good chance here. That's a great save by Naneka. That's not the best challenge from Pedro Buena here. He's going to get a yellow on the edge of the box. Free kick for Santa Clara here. Some changes here late. Clayton and Ravi Thapa are in, as is Evandro Martins, as is Zay Miguel, and Gaprindashvili moves out to the right wing. Here is the free kick, and of course it goes in. Of course. EA just never stops with those. Every free kick you give away is probably going to be a nice shot on target. This one goes in. And we were the better team for portions of this game, but now with this deficit, it's looking like we're not going to get any kind of result today. This is nicely worked on the counterattack here. Atwater. Miguel! And he puts it wide. That would have been getting us right back in it there. And there's the final whistle here on the islands of the Azores against Santa Clara, and they are the ones that win today. 2-0. This is one we felt like we did not deserve that scoreline, but I'm seeing a lot of improvement with this team, and we're going to have to get a result to finish off this episode. Got some simming to do before then, but I liked what I saw today. I mean, it says a lot that he got a yellow card, he got subbed off, but Sergi Pedro Buena was running the show in the midfield again today. So good. Duda Duarte, one of his best matches. That's why we were in control for portions of this match, our midfield was great. Gaprindashvili, one of his best matches for us so far too. Hey, and we will absolutely take this against Tondela. Sergi Piedrabuena scores 2 goals in a win for Balsa Tavira, and we get the clean sheet. What an absolutely splendid sim. And in our next sim, Boston Atwater scores again, but we do lose to Gil Vicente 2-1. So fired up that we got that last win though. And even with that win in the sim, we're still struggling in the league table. Basically, we're tied for last right now with Aruca and Alverca. Rio Ave have gotten a little bit hot, and Nacional are just ahead of us as well with 8 points. And we do have some players from Sweden, Haiti, and the Arab Emirates, but I will get to that at the start of next episode. Now, 2 things to mention before we get into this match. Boston Atwater, you see his dribbling rating is up to a 55. He completed his breakout scenario from last match. Forgot to mention that, as I usually do. And Mario Kuhlman, who does not get the start today, you do see his passing is up to a 50, so also completed his breakout scenario. Just wanted to show those off. But today's breakout scenario is going to be for Jamaldine Tazi against Vitoria. He gets the start on the right wing, and he already completed a breakout scenario this episode, but if he can get a 6.9 match rating or higher, I will add a playstyle for Jamaldine. Maybe a finesse shot or something good like that. But let's get into this match. Vamos! Nice touch here from Joao Ferreira. They are much faster than us at pretty much every position, and it's kind of very noticeable. Oh, how did that go in? Oliveira beats Ivo Julio for a header, wins it, and scores. It's a decent ball over the top, but I swore Ivo Julio was there. I don't know why he tried to punch it instead of trying to go up and catch it. And this is a quick player, Benny, who won it back and gets forward, and this is the kind of thing I think we're missing right now. Good ball into the box, and we deal with it well. That is so calm from Arsenio Aguas there. Wow. And he continues to carry it forward, beating that defender, looking for Zé Miguel here, who just needed to pass it or shoot it, and he couldn't do either. Big touch let him down. This is good from Vitoria on the break. Nico Leal there to deal with it, and he lunges, and it's not a good lunge. Shot saved by Ivo Julio. Piedrabuena comes away with it, and it's halftime. We're down 1, but I don't hate the way we're building it up. We just got to be a little quicker, and maybe we got to bring that defensive line up a little bit. I think in this episode we wanted to see improvement defensively, and we have with our fullbacks, but we're a little bit too deep, and now it's causing issues, letting the computer build up with no pressure on them at all. So we're going to go up to 50 with the line and see if that'll help us a little bit defensively. This is nice build up here. Boston Atwater to Piedrabuena. Piedrabuena looking. Zé Miguel is there, and he could have headed that anywhere. Just put it on target. And here's Tazi in the middle to Duarte. Piedrabuena sees the run of Zé Miguel. Zé Miguel does not get a lot on that finish, and we have definitely had a couple chances here. Good save, Ivo Julio on the counterattack. Threatening to go forward with the ball a little bit here. Boston Atwater has lots of space, but no pace. God. Some final subs for Balsa Tavira. Gaprindashvili is in. Chico Maya and Evandro Martins all in. Clayton into the midfield as well. Evandro Martins intercepts, and we are controlling a little bit here in the last stretch of the match. What a header from Piedrabuena. Come on, make that run, Chico Maya. This could be a chance. Chico Maya, in the last minute of the game, gets nothing on the shot. Well, there's still 8 minutes to go, but it feels like that was a big chance. Arsenio Aguas wins it, and that's a really good place to win it here. We may have some numbers going forward. Atwater has it, and here is Jamaldine Tazi. Tazi. Oh, he just had him, but it was so good from the defender to step across. I love the way we're countering, though. What a ball here. What an idea. Gaprindashvili can't get it to Boston Atwater. Might be one more attack here. Chico Maya has it on the wing. It's nicely done here. And Sergi Piedrabuena is in a great position, and the shot is saved. What an unbelievable effort at the death. Balsa Tavira really put in a foot in this one. Aggressive, got forward, could not find the back of the net, and we fall at Vitoria 1-0, but valiant effort from the Dragons. We won the possession battle, we won the expected goals battle. I'm very proud of this team's effort today. Just wish it found the back of the net, but this one was definitely unlucky. Sergi Piedrabuena ran that midfield once again. Boston Atwater and Zé Miguel were not at their best today. Chico Maya was very good when he came in, though, as was Evandro Martins again. Nico Leal was really good defensively, as was a lot of our defense today. Unfortunately, unfortunate that it was the one goal that we let in, but there's more to come in this series for sure, and I am seeing nothing but improvement through these first few episodes. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and like the video to show your support. More Balsa Tavira action coming very soon, but until then, this has been Therios. You'll never walk alone.